Hello again. Now we are live on Facebook, YouTube, and LinkedIn. I just finished the live on Instagram to announce this training that we're going to do together. Maida, if you're here with me, let me know in the comments. I love that some people already following me on Instagram as well. So if you want to still follow me there, it's virginia.katsibiri. Definitely you can do that. And I'm really glad that we have become a community. I'm repeating myself, but it's really something I really enjoy. So let's start with our tips. 9 different, but I think I have counted more than 9. So we will see. Client attracting tips that you can implement on your LinkedIn profile in order to start attracting clients. Okay. So you can always have open your LinkedIn page if you want so. And then I will start with some generic advice before I'm going per section of LinkedIn to tell you what you should change or not. Let me know in the comments, who are you, if you would like to introduce yourself, or where are you watching from? You know, I'm always interested in the location where you are right now. I'm based in Athens, Greece. And I really enjoy to go live with you every day and to discuss with colleagues from all over the world. So let me know in the comments, where are you watching me from now? And let's start with the generic advice. Okay. My generic advice about how to boost your visibility on LinkedIn to your actual clients and ideal clients. One generic advice is that you need to complete all the sections that are visible on your profile. Those, hello Maida, thank you for being here with me. Those that are relevant, of course, to you, your expertise and your background. So definitely you need, from the banner or your profile photo to the recommendation and the skills endorsement, all sections should be completed. In order to have a 5 full-star profile and the algorithm of LinkedIn to boost your visibility on LinkedIn. So this is something that we need to take into consideration. We need to know. Hello, Alessandra Lisi from Ancona, Italy. I love Italy. Dorota, hello to Poland. Lovely to have you here, ladies. I hope that you have all subscribed for the upcoming week bootcamp and the masterclass on Thursday, December 17th. You'll see the link here passing in the screen, so definitely join me live. More than 150 people already registered since yesterday. I announced the masterclass. I wait like more than 300 people to join me. So first of all, we make sure that all of the sections in our profile are filled in and completed. So we need to have a photo if this is asked from us, like LinkedIn. And of course, we need to create a banner photo and to have all the sections that are visible in our profiles completed and filled. Second generic advice, but it's really important not to neglect that as well, is that we need to use keywords. And by keywords, I mean words that your ideal clients would use in order to look for you as a professional and your services. Okay, so have in your mind what your ideal clients would use in the Google, for example, search button or LinkedIn search button in order to look for you. And then make sure that you include those keywords to all of the sections that you have. Even if it's the about me, the summary, the headline, the work experience, everywhere we need to include those keywords. So 2 generic advice so far is to use keywords and to fill in the whole LinkedIn profile from the banner to the recommendations. Is that clear up to now? Have you followed up those advice still? Make sure that you fill in all the sections. And by filling the section, I mean that you use all the numbers of characters that LinkedIn allows you to use in every section. Like even if from the headline, I think it was 120 characters. I cannot know right now if this has changed, but definitely if you're going to use the space, use it, all of it, like all the 120 characters. The same goes for the about section, previously called the summary. The same goes for the work experience, the education, and so on. So make sure that you take advantage of the numbers that LinkedIn allows you to include text in every section. So if it is 120 characters for the headline, use them, all of them. Is that clear up to now? So you fill in all the sections, you take advantage of all the number of characters that you are allowed to include in every section, from headline to education and all of those sections that you include text. And third one, but not least, you need actually to include keywords. And by keywords, I mean the words that your ideal clients will Google in order to find your services. Okay, is that clear up to now? Let me know in the comments. Have you implemented those advice, we can say, on your profile? Have you made sure so far that you have actually created a banner photo, a professional head photo? You have used all the sections of your profile and you have taken advantage of the text that you include in each section? Let me know in the comments. Is that clear up to now? I would really love to know that the advice that I'm giving is clear and that actually you are going to use them. And those 3 that I just shared with you are additional. So now we're going to the 9 one. So you see, I'm going to give you more than 9 client attracting advice. So the headline, really, really, really important. I know that we have done a training about headline and unique selling propositions. So if you missed the actual training on that, go back in the videos. Find the video that I'm talking about LinkedIn and not LinkedIn, unique selling proposition or headline, which more or less we're going to use the same format for our headline. Hello, my B. Have you, Genia? Yes, I've all the sections completed. And have you maybe taken advantage of all the characters? Have you made sure that you actually have to use all the characters that you're allowed in each section? Maida says, clear, I'll make sure to use all the characters. Yes, because the more text that we use and the more space that we take advantage of all those sections on our profile, LinkedIn algorithm boosts our profile visibility. Dorota says, I've used all the sections, but I haven't used all the characters in each section. I have to think of what else to add there. Definitely, and I'm going to help you, Dorota, right now, because we're going to talk about what you should include in those sections. Plus, make sure that you do not repeat the same information. So, Dorota, make sure that you do not repeat the same information in order, okay, to cover the gap of the space that is the remaining space on your sections. You need to include information that's really interesting to your clients and you do not repeat yourself. Is that clear, Dorota? I mean, introduction section or about section, great. Me too, Dorota, great. Alessandra, do it. Let's do it together, ladies. Take this time to actually implementing at the same time, or make notes now in order to go right away after this live to complete your own profile. So let's start with the headline. So I'm going to take you through all those tips that you need to implement in your profile. By headline, I mean the tagline, I mean the sentence that is under our name. It's the first part of our profile that a potential client or interested party in our services sees even before they click on our profile. So it's really, really important. For me, it's the most important section because our potential clients or interested parties in our services, they see it even before they click to enter our profile. So we need to make sure that this headline explains really clearly, okay, what you do, who you serve, the benefits, definitely it should be benefits oriented, that you provide to those clients, and what are your services. Okay, what are your clients, what are your services, what are the benefits, what you do, and who you serve. Okay, it's really, really important. If you have subscribed to the challenge, 6-week challenge, at week 2, I explain exactly how you can do this. So if you want more details on that, definitely you need to subscribe at vmentoring.com/challenge. The second week, I explain you how to actually do that in more detail. Is that clear up to now? Let's continue with the next section, which underneath the headline is the About section, which previously was called Summary. And even though it's About section, it's called About, it's not about us. It's about our clients and the whole LinkedIn profile. And as all of our material, marketing material, should be oriented to the clients of ours, which means that we do not write about ourselves, but we write about them. So make sure that in the About Me section, you include who they are, your clients, I mean, the problem that you solve, solution that you give them, And you can actually, in a bullet list, all of your ideal clients types, the problems, challenges that they face, the solutions that you provide them, and of course, the benefits. I know it might sound a bit difficult right now to have all this information clear in your mind, and I know how I can help you. But before that, make sure that you have gone back in the video that I'm talking about your ideal client avatar, where I share with you a worksheet. So it's the ideal client avatar worksheet. You can go back and see the exercise we did. So there we include in that worksheet the pains of our clients, the pain relief and the solution we provide to our clients, and the overall value we provide to our clients. This information that we have included in that exercise, so if you have completed this exercise with me, I think it was last week, you can definitely copy paste the information in your About Me section. So you have already read this material. So is this clear up to now? What do we include in the About Me section? It's not about us, it's about our clients. So it has to be very, very clear to people who visit our profile and read the About section to know who our clients are, what problem you solve of your clients, of course, what are the solutions you serve to those clients. And definitely you could also, a great idea is to use bullet lists where you can actually list all the ideal clients types, the problems or challenges they face, the solution you provide in order to help them solve that problem or the challenge that they face, and definitely the benefits. The benefits should be everywhere visible. Now it's crystal clean, says Alessandra. Great, Alessandra. Dorota Shura will thank you. Great, Dorota. And we continue. So we covered so far the general advice, the headline, what the headline should include. There is specific training about headline. The About section, that is needs to be about our clients. So whenever a client reads our About section, to identify you through the text themselves. So when they read your About section, they say, yes, that person, that's me. When they read your text, that's me. That's the problem I have. Oh, that's the solution that I need to my problem, and this is the right person I should hire. Please do let me know if that's clear up to now, if you have any more questions, because the headline and the About Me section are the most bullets list. Maida is the bullets. We create a list with specific bullets. You can actually include bullets in your About section. What is not clear with the bullets list? Bullets list is the bullets list that we include everywhere. A list where you list, actually. Create a list with all of your client types, like would be not bullets, could be any type of list that you would like to create. Okay, great. Okay, so your story. Okay, really, really important. We write about our clients, but most probably they will be interested in our story as well. What do we include in our story? Who are you? It should be really clear. Who are you? What do you do? Okay, you might also write down the questions, those, in order to answer them later and actually copy paste the text in your About Me section. So, who are you? And this is about you. This is about us. Okay, who are you? What do you do? Whom you do it for? Why you do what you do? And why they should listen to you or why they should hire you. No, Maida is not something specific on LinkedIn. It's just bullet list, but some people, they prefer text. But sometimes bullet list is more clear and more eye-catching when someone just reading fastly our profile. So bullet list, yes, not something specific to LinkedIn. It's generic list that we can actually include in order not to use all paragraphs in our profile. So your story, have you written down those questions? Who are you? What do you do? Whom you do it for? Why you do what you do? Why they should listen to you? And finally, why they should hire you over your competitors. Understood, says Maida. Great. Please make sure that you have written down those questions. Let me know if you need me to go back and repeat them. I did it already twice, but I have no problem actually to repeat them as many times as it's needed. So far we've talked about the headline, what should be the format of headline and what information we should include in our headline. The About section, that is all about our clients, but also our story. So about our story, you need to answer all of those questions that I just repeated. Next section that is really, really important on LinkedIn is the work experience. So we talked about the headline, we talked about the about section. Next section is the work experience. It's really, really important. Again, work experience, you do not copy paste the same text or the same information you have included in the about me section. It's really important that you do not repeat the same information. People are not stupid. They realize that you repeat the same information, so it's not really good for you. Also about SEO purposes, search engine optimization, to repeat the same text doesn't make any good for you. And of course, to anyone who reads your text. So make sure you do not copy paste or repeat the same information that you have written already in the About Me section in the work experience. But what do we include in the work experience section of our LinkedIn profile in order to make it a bit more informative and different from the About Me section? So definitely the benefits. If we have to include somewhere the benefits that a client gets by working with us, it's the work experience. Definitely, again, Maida, there should be, again, a bullet list with all the types of documents that you translate or all the services that you provide. So Dorota says, so we should include our story in the About section. Is that right? If we have included all the other information about our clients, it's a good idea to have our story there as well, Dorota. Is that clear? Or if the space is not enough, we include it in the work experience. So it depends on the text and the volume of the text that we include in those sections. So Maida says, would you use 2 languages or just English? You need to have a default profile language, Maida. So make sure that your default language is the one that most of your clients will see. So for me, it's English. Okay. Thank you, Dorota. Yes, it's clear, says Dorota. So Maida, make sure that you have one default language, and is the language that most of your clients will look for you online. So for me, most probably is going to be English, especially on LinkedIn. I don't think that Greek clients, they will use Greek on LinkedIn. So, and since I have also international clients, I prefer to have my default profile in English. But I think that there is a feature that you can actually include many languages of your profile. I have definitely included Greek, so I have a second profile in Greek language. So you do not use 2 languages in the same profile. My suggestion is to just create a new profile in a different language. Is that clear, Maida? And let's get back to the work experience, because it's really, really important. And I get asked so often what to include in the work experience section. So what do you include in the work experience section? I'm going to give you some ideas to inspire you, and from that you take it and you include what applies best to your own company, business model, and you as an entrepreneur and solopreneur, freelance translator. So as we already talked, is about the benefits. We definitely need to include the benefits that we provide through our services to our clients. This has to be very clear. Then the services, definitely, that we provide, types of documents, and some more tips that I say to my mentees is why not to actually include words, translated words. So you can actually include numbers that they showcase your expertise and your background. So I would include at least one number, the maximum number that you have of words translated yearly or so far in your career. It makes your profile more credible and the information is more trustworthy. Maida says, yes, I will try. Dorota says there is the maximum, 3 is the maximum. Okay, Dorota, I didn't know the maximum. At least some years ago, it was 2 the maximum. So you could have 1 default and then 1 more language. I think that now you can add more than 2 languages. So 3, that's it. And also in some countries, there are different features. So this is why I always recommend you to go back and check those features in your countries, because I have people that they watch me from the US, from the European Union, from Latin America. So things that are already used in the US haven't come here in Europe that fast, for example. So some features like the story on LinkedIn, it's arrived like a couple of weeks ago, whereas in the US, they used to use it like over a month ago. So some features that are just launched, that LinkedIn just launching might be different depending on the location that you are in the country. So work experience, benefits, service, the types of documents you translate, your background, experience, maybe why not the numbers of words that you have translated, and make sure also that you include media. Again, there is a media section integrated in the work experience where you can actually share presentations, links, videos, any material related to your own business. So if you have a company, Company profile, definitely you can include a video to your own company, or if you are a freelance translator or a professional, you can actually have a video of yourself presenting yourself and your services, what you can do to your clients, or if you have created a portfolio in a PDF format or a presentation format, media section in the work experience is the right place to put all this information. People who visit your profile and the work experience, they should have a clear sense of what you, who you are and what are the services that you provide. Sarah says, interesting, I have the Spanish version. What are the new features visiting your stories and something else? You haven't seen stories, Sarah, yet? Let me know if stories are visible to you. Here in Greece, they are, so I've been using them. Doesn't matter the language that your profile is, but more about the feature, more or less the country that you're based. So LinkedIn releases those features. I don't know what's the criteria, but starts from the US most probably and then comes to us. Let me know, Sarah, if you have already the features of the stories. Okay, so let me know if that's clear now, what you're going to include in the work experience, but you can use the comments to let me know what you use in the work experience. If you want me to repeat again the list, let me know, but definitely you can go back and watch again the recording in case you think that I'm going too fast. Maida says that stories are visible in Spain. Great, Maida, thank you. I bet that they are, because here in Greece, we wouldn't have it if you didn't, so yeah. I bet that in Spain they are. So we talked about headline, about section, work experience, and now it's really, really important to have a banner. A banner that is appealing, okay, to your clients or people that you want to attract. And of course, that's whoever visits your profile and they see the banner, they understand what you do. So it's really, really important that people who visit our profile and they see our banner is the bigger photo that we have behind of our face. Yes, it's clear I didn't use videos or anything similar on the work experience section. You can try it, maybe, or you can actually use it for a company profile as a brochure, or you can actually have a portfolio in the media section of your work experience. So there are many other ideas. Video is not the only option, but video is really powerful when it comes to SEO, search engine optimization. So banner is the bigger photo that we have behind of our profile photo, okay, on LinkedIn, and should be appealing, should be professional, and should showcase our background. What we do should be very, very clear to people who visit our profile, okay. It should be filled in with a photo. We do not leave it empty, as we just discussed that in the beginning of our video. All of the sections of our LinkedIn profile should be completed, even if they are the photos or the recommendations or the skills endorsement, everything should be completed. Okay, great. Sarah says stories are available in the iOS application. Great, Sarah. Okay, so what do we include in the banner photo? Definitely we could have, if we have any logo, that's the place where we include it. If we have a website, that's a place to include it. And a very clever way is why not to have the call to action in our banner, which means like if you need a free call, contact us here or send me a message here. So with an arrow to show them the message button on our LinkedIn profile, or if you want them to contact us via email, we have our email and we with a specific call to action in our banner. You can definitely create that on your own on Canva. There are no just specific skills needed, but you can actually hire someone from Fiverr or such platforms to do it for you with a very low investment. But make sure it's really important that it's appealing, and also it's very clear, makes it really clear what you do to the people who visit your own profile. Is that clear up to now? Okay. We have four more things to discuss. And this is activity. Okay, activity is really important to have activity on LinkedIn. The activity is visible when someone scrolls down your profile and they see your activity. What does appear there in the activity section is what you have done already on your LinkedIn profile. If you have written any article, if you have posted any posts, or if you have liked, commented to other people's posts, this is the section where this appears. Okay. Activity helps you to establish credibility because it shows that you are active on LinkedIn and what you do. And it should showcase, okay, the articles and what you write about, your interests and so far, but also the part that you contribute to the community. And how do you contribute to the community? One way is to write articles, okay? The other way is to engage with the community, contributing to the community by answering other people's questions, by being a part to a discussion already taking place on LinkedIn, started discussions on LinkedIn and things like that, okay? Let me know if it's clear up to now, but activity is really, really important to have an active profile and showcase your activity on your profile. And then we go to accomplishment. There is a specific section on our LinkedIn profile about accomplishments. And there is nothing better actually to establish a professional presence, okay, by having there the accomplishment of yours. It helps you also to have a professional presence, but also to stand out from other language professionals, okay, from your competitors. Your accomplishments are your unique selling proposition, is what makes you stand out from your competitors. And what should include there in the accomplishment could be any huge project that you have recently completed, or awards, honors, any specific trainings that you have done, all the accomplishments that you might think. Let me know if you have more ideas in the comments, but awards and honors are definitely where they go in the accomplishments, okay? And then we're going to education. So I'm taking you through all the whole the LinkedIn profile section. Education is really, really important. Why is that? Because people, okay, they can see what are your studies, your background, education, but also something that we neglect is that through the education, by writing down the schools that we've attended and the universities and so on, people, they see commonalities, okay? People, they see common things that we have together, and it's a great starting point for a conversation on LinkedIn. So if we're going on LinkedIn to build relationships, which should actually be the goal when we use LinkedIn or any other networking platform, is to build a relationship. What a better way to identify people who have actually attended the same schools as we did, or universities and so on, so as to start a discussion. So it's really important to fill in that section as well, okay? And two more sections before we end, that they leverage your social proof. Okay, the last two things that I'm just going to talk about, they leverage your social proof, and they're really, really important, okay, to be filled in. Is what they are. Have you realized that? I assume that you have already realized what are those last sections that I'm going to cover and I haven't talked about yet. And those are skills, endorsements, and recommendations, okay? Recommendations, why they're so important? Because they're actually true. There are people, they can actually click on the people who gave you the recommendation, they can see real profiles. So it's not a testimonial that we came up, okay, one day and we wrote it down. There are real people who are entering our profile and they are writing down a recommendation for us. Either they are well-esteemed colleagues or previous clients of ours. Those testimonials, those recommendations are really, really, really important to have them around LinkedIn profile. Not only we rank higher, okay, in the search results by having those recommendations, but also we boost our credibility to our clients, okay, and definitely leverage our social proof, okay? Is that clear up to now? Last thing, because also we need to neglect, and I have my mentees, they're telling me I don't find it interesting, I don't find the reason why to use skills endorsement. And I'm going to give you a statistic that I just read and I'm finding really, really, really interesting, is by filling also the skills endorsements and having them visible on your profile and actually being endorsed for your skills, your profile is 17 times more visible, 17 times more visible when you have endorsements there, okay? So do not neglect them the next time that someone is giving you an endorsement, so that on your profile. It's really important. You can actually give other people, you can actually endorse other people's skills to actually receive endorsements. But what I would like you to have very clear in your mind, by using endorsements and have that section also completely invisible in your profile, you get 17 more profile views than any other, okay, on LinkedIn. What do you think so far? Did you find those advice helpful today? Let me know in the comments. I hope that I have helped you somehow. I hope that you will go back and watch the recording and implement per section all the advice that I gave you. Definitely make sure that the small details make the difference here, okay? And make sure that even a small change like the skills endorsement makes our profile 17 times more visible than any others. Dorota says, yes, absolutely. Maida says, great session. Thank you so much. Thank you, ladies. Thank you, Maibi. Thank you, Dorota. Thank you, Maida. Thank you, Sarah, for being all of you here with me. Thank you for your kind words. I hope that you will implement some of the tips that we discussed today, and definitely I wait for you tomorrow to let me know the results. Based on the statistics, when my mentees during my programs, they go back and they enhance and optimize their LinkedIn profile based on my advice, they get more visibility, more views by just making those small adjustments. And actually they get contacted by potential clients by just making those adjustments on their profile, and they get connection requests more and more because they just made those changes on their profiles. So Dorota says, yes, absolutely, might be, yes. Alessandra Lisi, thank you so many info. Yes, I will do a sub, says Alessandra. Yes, let me know how does it go. And Akiya says, thank you for the information. You're welcome, Akiya. Go back and watch the recording. You can definitely pause and make the changes in your profile. And definitely I'll wait for your feedback. Let me know, how did it go? Did you get more connection requests, more views on your profile? And check out also the social selling index that we talked about yesterday, so as to have a better knowledge of your visibility on LinkedIn and your activity in general. Thank you, ladies. Thank you, all of you that you joined me here live today. See you tomorrow, 7 p.m. Central European Time, here again on Facebook, YouTube, and LinkedIn to talk about key problems to solve so as your strategy on LinkedIn to thrive for long term. Tomorrow, I think it will be a really eye-opening session. I think that I'm going to discuss things that you haven't heard before, and I think that you shouldn't miss that live tomorrow. Hope to see you live. Take the advantage of asking me anything, and I'm going to share in the comments the link to actually join me next week for the weekly bootcamp and the actual masterclass on December 17th. It's a free event, but I will make sure that it's going to be a hands-on training where you will leave the event with a strategy ready to implement in your business the upcoming year. You're welcome, Maybe. You're welcome, Dorota. You're welcome, Akiya, Alessandra, Maida, Sarah, all of you for being here live with me. I would love to know your results so far with the changes that you implemented. And definitely I'm waiting all of you to join me at the weekly bootcamp next week. Every day, different training, hands-on and interactive. So I'm going to give you feedback. And it's not going to be public. You need to register in order to attend that masterclass for December 17th, where I'm actually going to share all of my secrets, how I did it, how I can actually run successfully 2 online businesses, how I make multiple 5-figure invoices monthly. And if you want to find out how I did it and how you can do it as well, because if I did it here in Greece with the financial crisis or the COVID, you can do it wherever you are in the world. And those strategies I'm going to talk about are online strategies. So even during COVID, you can implement it. And it doesn't matter if you're based in the US, in a European country, or Latin America, or wherever you are in the world, you can actually implement them. Join me live to create your own strategy to see your business thrive the upcoming year, grow or build the right business from scratch. So if you are just starting out, definitely you'll use this system in order to build the successful business from the beginning. Thank you, all of you. Have a nice evening. See you tomorrow, 7 p.m. Central European Time again. And now I'm going on Instagram at virginia.katsibiri to answer all of your questions. So Akiya says I came late, but I would love to find a video to watch the whole thing. What video, Akiya? This one? So it will remain in my LinkedIn profile in the media section. If you have any more questions about today's topic that I just discussed, let me know. So I'm going to address those questions in my IGTV on Instagram at virginia.katsibiri in about 15 minutes live there, 8 p.m. Central European Time. So thank you, all of you. See you soon. Bye-bye for now.